Eric Schmidt, former CEO of Google, once said that humanity now creates as much data in 2 days as we have created throughout the entire history of the human experience up through 2003 in aggregate. Every 2 days we reproduce that much. And he said that 3 years ago. So there's this huge exploding mountain of data, in large part that comes from user-generated content. And I would argue that through that there is a sweet vein, a motherlode of the very best content that's been created by technical experts and early adopters and people who've been leaning in to watch the future and build it for an extended period of time, that if we don't focus on the archival content of those early adopters and the deep technical experts, then it's like we're starting every conversation over again. I want to offer what may be a unique take on, or an intriguing take on tactics for engaging with online influencers. Something that I found really helpful to be made explicit, and that from another forthcoming book, this by Wharton School professor Adam Grant, who has written a book called Give and Take, A Revolutionary Approach to Success, where he argues that the most effective way to influence people who have more power than you do in a particular situation is by asking for their advice. At the heart of it is this idea that, that we can look at the connections between people in order to see where all eyes are looking and engage there ourselves systematically, really efficiently, in order to glean the benefits of engaging with early adopters and subject matter experts so that they'll promote our content, but also so that we can win the benefits of engaging with them, learning from them, developing credibility through our engagement with them, and so that we can leverage them and their content to really efficiently research the state of the art, the state of the market, the state of our competitors, and gain what we think are some of those next generation opportunities afforded to us by a more sophisticated, more advanced, more ambitious engagement with social media. The two things that I do are, I've got bookmarked a whole bunch of Little Bird pages of the hottest news amongst experts in different fields that are of interest to me. So from content marketing to human-computer interaction to management, I've said, or learning, I've said, Little Bird, bring me the 500 most respected experts in the world on this subject and tell me each day what they are most excited about. And then I just drop by and I look at those, and I'll often find an article that's been discovered and vetted and shared and begun getting some traction amongst these expert communities, and then I'll grab it and I'll reshare it back out with my own editorial value added and with credit to the original influencer that did all the legwork to discover it. And by programmatically discovering who those voices were and what news was likely to be compelling, adding a little bit of editorial judgment and then adding value, my audience says, wow, Marshall sure does know a lot about HTML5. He must spend hours, scouring the feeds to find that stuff.